Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today we have a turbo video, ladies and gentlemen, right? First off, I do want to say that look, we are almost at 110,000 subscribers. So we can see that the Twitter page is slowly growing. This is what I'd like to see. I don't expect any kind of crazy growth, consistently, because the way crypto works, ladies and gentlemen, it a lot of it has to do with hype, especially meme coins and just crypto in general. Like altcoin season is always the most hyped. You have like the whole world involved for those like 2 months, maybe a little bit more, and then like you have all these Twitter pages and everything that blow up, thousands, hundreds of thousands, and not even sometimes they hit like the millions of followers in just a quick span of time. So, I do expect this number to grow by a lot when altcoin season is around the corner. And during altcoin season, we do have a few things to talk about. One of them is an exchange, and one of them is something else. So we can see, ladies and gentlemen, that less than 24 hours to go. Tomorrow we're going live to show you how to build on-chain rewards and engagement tools on Turbo Chain, all with no code, right? You can create and customize reward badges, set up on-chain leaderboards, distribute tokens for real contributions. So we can see that is big. That is what we like to see. Turbo doing that good work. If you guys want to get involved, highly recommend it. I might dabble at it, but we will see. Another big thing is look, Turbo is, ladies and gentlemen, on another exchange, right? Turbo is doing what it's doing. Now, I don't know literally all of the exchanges on top of my head, but I'm going to assume that Turbo is going to try to cover every single one of them, whether it's small, small, medium, big, or large, right? It is going to cover it. And that's always going to bring some kind of spotlight, maybe some kind of other country on board, maybe, just more people, more volume, which is what we like to see. So we can see that Turbo Toad token, aka Turbo, the first ever AI created meme coin, is now on Let's Exchange.io. Yep, robots made it, humans trade it. Don't miss your chance to ride this turbocharged rocket, right? So that is what we like to see. That is what I'm excited for. Turbo continues to do very, very well. I still believe Robinhood is going to happen. We will see when it does happen, when the rumors start popping up again. But ladies and gentlemen, I am so high on this happening, right? I was high on it happening months ago, before Robinhood even listed, one or two meme coins after that, and my bias has not changed at all, right? So that is it in terms of the news. We can see, they're still posting, right? Uh, you know, that's what we like to see. Community getting involved. Decent amount of likes, comments as always, decent views. So that is what we like to see. Hopefully they keep on cooking like the way they have. I don't even have to hope. I know they will. So let's just dive into another thing I wanted to discuss. Look, the holders did drop the just like last week, but ladies and gentlemen, we are already recovering. Yes, we are already recovering, and we're almost at the all-time amount of holders, right? So we hit 52,391. And ladies and gentlemen, we are only literally a handful away. So by the time this video gets released in a couple of hours, you may already see the record getting broken. So this is fantastic, right? All these new holders that are getting, Turbo, they are getting great discounts, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are a new Turbo holder, congratulations to you. You are not making a mistake, in my personal opinion, right? When we go to Turbo, we can see that Turbo is at 255 million market cap. Wow, would you look at that, right? The crazy thing is, Turbo, when we look at the Turbo price, hasn't even risen that much, right? But it has gone up a little bit. But we can see, ladies and gentlemen, wow, volume's already at 72 million, almost back, in the hundreds of millions. And, all those comments and all of this and all of that, it's just funny. It is just funny to me of like people yapping, right? Um, it's just really funny, right? Oh, volume's low. Guess what? 1 day later, it's at 72 million. I mean, this is why you don't listen to people online. Um, let's see, what is this? Turbo, this scamming guru, Crypto John, still selling big bags of Turbo. I'm on Turbo before he posts videos about it, and it's so sad that he makes he it making the project a pump and dump coin. I don't believe that. I don't think he is. I don't follow him at all. But it guys, Turbo is way too big to manipulate. Unless like there's institutional money. I promise you, there are big holders in here. There are big holders in here. There's institutional money in here, so I don't crypto. I don't believe that. I hope for the good he sell all the bag of turbo and he doesn't come back anymore because he is with so many accounts selling. I mean, he is the biggest scammy whale on the project. We want you out from turbo. Damn, that is crazy. That that is crazy. What a funny meme. Uh, yeah. See, this is why I don't really read these. The last comment that we saw here was something about the volume, and then we pretty much doubled in volume a day later. So um, yeah, we are destined to be one of the best coins. Oh, that's just funny. That's just funny. I don't, you guys, Crypto John has me blocked. You know, I don't know too much about him. There's some scam stuff about it, but ugh, just in terms of Turbo itself, I really don't like think he has the influence that you guys believe. Um, Turbo is literally like this is millions of dollars per 24 hours. You guys realize this, right? This is millions of dollars per 24 hours. Okay. This is not no little boy. This is not no little joke. This is institutional. I'm telling you, this is huge. Okay. Now, let's just dive into the price, right? So the daily candle, it kind of closed weirdly. For me, this was the indication, possibly of the type of tap we were looking for before we go up. So we're definitely going to monitor how this week, ends up happening. For the weekly candle, it is very, very good. I mean, this is just signs of selling pressure just dying. Even last week's candle is really good. This week's candle is even better. So for me, it is all you're almost out of time in terms of buying turbo. There's the micro moves, ladies and gentlemen, right? We did kind of tap into our area just right on the edge of it, right? We did technically tap right on the edge. So it is a little tricky. It is a little tricky, right? We could very well either A, pull back like this before continuing up. I want to see a huge break, right? As a trader, I look for certain things when it comes especially to leverage trading and the micro moves. I want a huge break to the upside and for it to close there. And then, that is when we get more indication. So either this will happen or we will get a further pullback before we do that, right? Something like this is most likely to play out. So we will see overall, generally speaking, I mean, right now is just a fantastic time to buy. I mean, generally, if you would have bought pretty much ever since February 2nd till now, you would have been getting banger and banger prices. So I truly do believe the reversal is just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, right? I'm super high in this coin. And to the person that said, do I constantly talk about this coin because I'm trying to pump this coin? Yes, 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 yes. I have so much influence with my 4,000 snipers. I'm going to pump this coin 100x just by talking about it every single day. Yep, that is it. That is the influence we have, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? I can. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.